I'm going to show you how to turn this into this. Hi, I'm Nikki. Welcome back to our kitchen where we show you how to make delicious, family-friendly recipes. We're well and truly into soup season, and today we're talking corned beef hash soup, a delicious and hearty soup which is so hearty Chris thinks it's almost like a stew. So let's get cooking. We're going to start by heating a tablespoon of oil in a large saucepan over a medium heat. Now add in a medium onion that's been diced. Cook for 3 to 4 minutes, stirring occasionally until the onion softens. Now let's take a minute to talk about corned beef. We're not talking American corned beef here, we're talking about good old British tinned corned beef. Now tinned corned beef was definitely a staple when I was growing up in the 80s. And it's not everybody's cup of tea, and generally I'm not a big fan of tinned meat, but this corned beef hash soup is a must. That's if you can ever get the tin open. There we go. So we're going to add in a 340 gram tin of corned beef that's been chopped into bite-sized chunks. Stir it together and then add in 1 1/3 litres of beef stock. Give it a stir again and then bring to the boil. When it comes to the boil, add in 4 peeled and roughly chopped carrots and 2 peeled and roughly chopped potatoes. Then turn down the heat and simmer for 10 minutes. Whilst it's simmering, you want to stir it a couple of times to break up the meat. After 10 minutes of simmering, add in a small head of cauliflower that's been chopped into small florets. Now we're going to add in about a teaspoon of vinegar. Now I really like to serve this corned beef hash with some pickled red cabbage or pickled beetroot, so I quite like to use the vinegar out of the jar to add that into the corned beef hash, but if you prefer, you can use a teaspoon of cider vinegar instead. We're also going to add in 1/4 teaspoon each of salt and pepper. Now simmer for a further 10 minutes, stirring a couple of times during cooking. Just before we're ready to serve, we're going to stir in a cornflour slurry made up of 1 tablespoon of cornflour mixed with 3 tablespoons of cold water, and that'll thicken that lovely soup up. This corned beef hash soup tastes amazing with some pickled red cabbage or some pickled beetroot. And serve it just like that by itself or with a big wedge of bread. It's a real tummy filler. And if you like this, then check out the playlist of soups that I've made for you here. See you over there.